From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
What's going on, nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We are done with Studio Ghibli after tonight, and I kind of surprised at how much I really liked all this animation, the animation style, and all the stories. But today, it's basically The Little Mermaid about 19 years later. We're talking about Ponyo, and before we get right into it, James Fair, our wonderful artist, came up with that wonderful background that you see behind Will and myself. Give him a shout out. He's on Instagram. He posts all of his cover art there. It's under J, the letter Fair Art. Go check it out. And Will, let's start with you. I know you've seen this movie in bits and pieces over time. Give us your review of it.
So, I like that it was a very interesting, rough take on The Little Mermaid, pretty much. How it's basically about a mermaid coming to the surface, but I like how it's a more childlike version, where, like, the Ponyo is a child, like a small child, not like a 16-year-old mermaid.
Yeah.
And she makes the friend with the human boy, and then they have the funds. I liked how more childlike wonder it was compared to like Little Mermaid. That's really what I have on it. I like how like more whimsical it was. I should say. Yeah, that's the better word, whimsical.
Yeah, I literally thought we were going to see a, not beat for beat from Disney's Little Mermaid, but it shared aspects from it, which was pretty cool. But no, I like Ponyo. I really like her arc on, you know, this human boy showed her kindness, and now she's like, I want to be a human, and she wills her way to be a human, and grows the feet, grows the arms, and gets shot out through the water like a freaking rocket with all those other Ponyos that turn into fish. But I really like the consequences behind it. You know, for her to be human, she's got to lose all her magic. She'll never be a fish again. And, you know, as much as it pains Liam Neeson's character, her father, which this cast is stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to pull up IMDb, and it is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I really, really enjoyed this story. Because it wasn't just cookie cutter. Do I wish there was some maybe bigger consequences with the father towards the end? Yeah, but in all honesty, all he wanted was for her to be happy and for it to not, you know, blow up the earth or make the earth flood because the moon was getting sucked in. But let's look at it. You had Liam Neeson, you had Matt Damon, Betty White, Kate Blanchett, Tina Fey, Frankie Jonas. Like, holy crap. Lot of big heavy hitters in this movie. But we want to hear from you guys, even if this was pre-recorded. Throw your comments down. We will see them. We will, react to them. We'll start conversations. But also check the Facebooks because we like to keep the story going, keep the conversation going. And before we go into our next segment, down in the description there is a link to a raffle for the Wrestling Over Everything WrestleFest down in Maryland that my buddy Ryan's putting together. It is $10 a ticket that'll get you right into that raffle, and if you win the raffle, you're gonna get a WWE Replica Championship belt. Second place is gonna get a $200 gift card to WWE Shop, and then a $100 gift card for third place to WWE Shop. Go check it out. It'll help them out. It'll help the fire department down there with some needed funds. But Will, let's go into our next segment here with the Nerd Report.
Nerd News Report.
Da, 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 da,
Sorry,
da.
Ponyo's a short movie, and there's only 2 of us. There's only so much we can do.
Yeah, go watch it. It's on HBO Max. It is worth the hour and I think 40 minutes it is.
What is this HBO Max thing? HBO Max doesn't exist. What is that?
Okay, HBO got rid of Max got rid of HBO, so it was HBO Max. It's now Max. Peacock, it's your move.
Wait, the HBO stuff isn't on there anymore? What?
No, it is, but they got the name. It was
Oh.
HBO Max. They got rid of the HBO part. Now it's just Max. Peacock,
Oh.
it's your move. And if you get it, you get it.
I do not.
The beginning of Peacock. If HBO got rid of the beginning of that to just be Max.
You're not funny.
Is it because it took you a second?
It did.
All right, Will. I know you got some big things to talk about in the gaming world.
Gotta go fast.
I mean, I go fast all the time. Usually it's running towards the bathroom after eating dairy.
So, late last week to early this week, it was like the 22nd, we got a Sonic Central. Nothing crazy. We literally just got that there were some, like, the Sonic games that were upcoming that we already kind of knew about. We're getting some stuff, some content in Sonic Frontiers, blah, 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 blah. But we did get an interesting confirmation about Sonic 3, the movie, where it is coming. We weren't sure because Jim Carrey would have to be, because they were saying Jim Carrey was kind of wrapping up his career, was thinking of not doing Eggman for the third one, and then they weren't going to do it if they couldn't have Jim Carrey as Eggman. There's a whole bunch of different theories and things being thrown around, but they literally said straight up in the Sonic Central, December 20th, 2024 will be the release date of Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
And how excited did that make you?
Shadow.
Is Shadow like
I'm
your favorite
sorry.
character?
Not really. He's one of my favorite. My favorite is actually Silver.
I don't know who that one is.
He was originally debuted in Sonic 06 or Sonic Oh Shit if you really want the true name of that game. But Silver was a good character regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically a hedgehog with telekinetic powers.
Okay.
But these are covering my favorite games in the franchise, which is the Sonic Adventure Battle series. It's basically going to cover Sonic Adventure Battle 2.
Mm-hmm.
If they throw in stuff from Sonic Adventure Battle 1, like they throw Chaos in, like that'll be interesting. Especially because like the Master Emerald in 2 was broken, so they actually could do Chaos because Chaos was in the original like story and stuff like that. Chaos is sealed in the Master Emerald, and when they break the Master Emerald, Chaos breaks free. So they could and then loop Shadow into the mix there, but I think they're going to focus on Battle 2, and that is the right call.
So what else you got in the video game world, if there's more?
No, nothing else really.
What are you shiny hunting now?
Oh, Regieleki, same thing.
I still.
This is my first time picking up my Switch in like over a week.
Oh wow, that's very shocking.
I needed a break.
Stunning. So let's go into what I got over here, and you can check out all this stuff on both our Facebook page and our group page. We have Kineticon in a couple weeks, Will, and I know I'm excited. You're excited, but tell our wonderful viewers what you will be doing Saturday.
So the Saturday of Con, let me hold on and get some dates up here because I'm dumb. Saturday the 22nd at Kineticon, your boy will be hosting the Introduction to Kamen Rider panel.
For the
as he has done for the last like 4 years. Dude, this is year 4 of me running this panel.
Not in a row, though.
No, in a row. The last 4 Kineticons I have ran this panel.
I don't think you ran it in the COVID year.
No, I ran it in the COVID year.
I don't remember wearing a mask and it happening.
Well, that's because I ran the Kamen Rider panel at that con.
Oh. I don't remember that one. But what do you plan on touching this year, or are you gonna just improve on what we talked about last year?
Pretty much just expanding, adding the new riders, anything new they've done with Kamen Rider over the last year and stuff like that is really what it adds. But it's more supposed to just be an introduction to what it is to get more people watching, because the more people we get watching this amazing series, the more they're willing to actually give us official releases.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see, we're actually getting official releases of content now. Like we got 01, we got Ryuki, we got Kuga, we got Black RX coming out, I think in August on Blu-ray. Like that's all because we finally were like, hey,
we like this stuff.
Give me...
shit, it's Sean Penn.
It's Ethan. Everyone say hi to Ethan. He's a sad boy. He needs a hug. Not sad.
Was it the alternator or the battery?
It was everything.
I don't think it's the battery.
Well, the alternator is also easy to switch out, too.
Yeah, it's really not as big a deal as I'm making it out to be. Although I'm not making it out to be that big a deal.
Just after this, grab Will by the neck and go upstairs and play Magic and just whip his candy ass all over the place.
What?
He's got an aggro deck now. He might be able to, like, put up a fight. That made it sound like he normally can't. That's not what I meant by that.
Well, apparently, everybody kills him before that even happens, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, we all do that to each other, I think. I'm pretty good at getting people to not kill me. I'm not doing anything right.
I mean,
you're gonna learn today.
It was funny over the weekend. I had Will dead to rights, and he was like, I think I just need to kill AJ. I go, Will, I have 1 card. That's all I have. And he's like, yeah, you're right. I'll just play Chaos. Kill Dan.
The amount of times I pulled that, I only have 1 card in my hand. What could I do?
I was more shocked that it worked.
Hey, listen, it was either Dan had the board wipe or AJ had a way to just keep fishing for drains, and he was able to fish for the drains.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close. But that's basically all we got, as I'm still scrolling through all our news stuff that I put aside. We've basically covered everything. I am so excited for Kineticon. I just can't wait to go on vacation, to be honest with you.
Yes. I literally have taken the entire, like, with being still at shitty place of employment.
Okay. Well,
I don't want to be incriminated by my shitty fucking job.
This is where I crop that and send it to Target's Twitter.
I took the week leading up to Kineticon off, so it's like I go to work on the 16th of July, and then I don't go back to work until the 25th. Well, it's because our good artist friend Carly, who does some artwork for our beautiful podcast, is coming down to visit our beautiful, sexy asses.
I have no clue who you're talking about. I know
Carly.
No, I know Carly. I was talking about the ass end of that.
I'm not gonna turn around.
That's Australia's ass.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. Next week, as I am once again brain farting. Where is it? There it starred. Podcast show. Will's not doing good at filling time. Okay, we're not done with. So I thought we were done with Studio Ghibli. Apparently, when
did you lie? Did you lie to our viewers?
I did lie, and then I checked
How fucking dare you?
I checked the recent activity. This was the last thing put on, and it was put on actually
Ethan,
really.
Disapproving, not shake your head. Disapprovingly shake your head.
Well,
Why?
I play.
Because we have to make AJ feel bad.
You don't have to do
Damn
that.
it.
I already do. We're doing Princess Mononoke next week.
Okay. I actually had to watch that as part of a class one time. Do you want to hear a story? You want to have quick story time?
Sure, story time with Mellis.
So back in high school, I took this class called Mods and Myth, taught by the god Rovelio himself. Oh, my teacher was named Rovello, Mr. Rovello, and he was like
Revelio.
God.
Revelio.
Yeah.
Revelio.
Rovello. And so we had this Mods and Myth class, so we would watch movies and then read the original myths they were roughly based on, and then kind of compare and contrast them. So it was like Hercules and other things, but one of them was Princess Mononoke, and I lost my mind in the middle of the class. I'm like, shit, I get to get graded for watching anime? Say less.
I watched that when I was like 10.
I've never seen it. I've actually never seen any of these movies outside of Kiki's.
Fucking masterpiece.
When I lived in Australia, my dad had a friend from Japan I think it was Japan that visited and literally brought all these movies, and that was the one we watched. And watching that as a 10-year-old, it's a very interesting experience. It was so. I was like, damn, what is going on?
Man, they didn't have you like start with like My Neighbor Totoro or Spirited Away. Those ones are easier.
That's the only one I remember.
Why is this one difficult?
It's not difficult. It's just interesting. Like I watch it and I thoroughly enjoyed the whole thing, and I still remember it to this day. But like it's interesting.
The concepts are very weird to someone of a young age because they present it in such a way that you're like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't even know what the concept is. This
Forests are good. Yeah.
Well, I got that. This is for a different show.
Oh.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I guess we're continuing Studio Ghibli next week because I have gone full potato and off the rails.
AJ, dirty liar.
I'm in shambles. Shambles.
Bro, you're telling me.
But we'll see you next week. Go join our Facebook pages. We have an Instagram and a Twitter. We are very, very talkative on all those platforms. Very talkative. But we'll see you next week, everybody. Have a good one and don't do anything stupid like Will's about to do.
Let me drink my Grimace shake.
Careful that you'll die. Yep. I guess
cool.
I get all.
I can't handle that fucking meme, man.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.